Right, just continuing on with this thing on Trump, man. Now the United States government, man, they're the biggest drug dealers, man. These devils, man. Okay, and all these elites that Trump works for, man. They one of the favorite things that is for them to do is make money off drugs. They've been doing that since the East India Company, man. You know what I'm saying? Making money off opium or whatever the case may be. We all know what the war in Afghanistan was all about. We all know what the war in Vietnam was all about. You know, it's all about controlling that heroin. They're about that. Now listen very closely to what Trump is going to say, because it's going to go. This shit goes over a lot of people's heads. Okay.
It's very important to me. But you don't need 4 or 5 or 6 regulations to take care of the same thing. We've stood up for the men and women of law enforcement, directing federal agencies to ensure they are protected from crimes of violence. We've directed the creation of a task force for reducing violent crime in America, including the horrendous situation, take a look at Chicago and others, take place right now in our inner cities. Horrible. We've ordered the Department of Homeland Security,
which is a situation that they've carefully grown and fostered. Okay, Chicago is nothing but an experiment, a social experiment. Okay, you get a bunch of impoverished Negroes, you give them guns, you pump in the drugs. Okay, you give them the foul ass music, and you let them loose to see what they do. And now they're going to use Chicago as a precedent for when they take you Jakes out, man, wholesale. But this is not the point. Let's carry on.
Security and Justice to coordinate on a plan to destroy criminal cartels coming into the United States with drugs. We're becoming a drug-infested nation. Drugs are becoming cheaper than candy bars.
Right. So what he's basically saying there is there are too many players in the drug game, and it's flooding the market, so profits are going down. So what do? It's simple economics. Okay, the price is affected by supply and demand. Now with drugs, when you got a load of people addicted to drugs, the demand is always there. It's already there. So with drugs, the dynamic is, with a drug, you flood the market with the drug. That's what you do. When you flood the market, you drop the price down, you get more people addicted to that drug cheaply, because it's cheap, it's available. So you get all these people addicted on heroin, crack, whatever the case may be. Then what you do is you reduce the supply, you increase the price. Now usually when you reduce the supply of good and you increase the price, there's a point where the price can't go any higher, because people will simply stop buying it. It depends on the product and how much people actually need it. It's like the cinema. If you put the price of cinema tickets up to like $50 or £50, a lot of people ain't gonna fork out £50. They're just not gonna go anymore because they don't need to go. But when you're addicted to a substance, you need it. So no matter what the price is, you're gonna find a way to get it. So that's the dynamic of drug dealing. That's why what drug dealers do. You flood the market. Hell, give it to a motherfucker for free. Hey, try this for free, because you know that it's addictive. So once he gets addicted to it, and he comes back for it, man, it's $10 a pop now. And it's like, what? It's like, well, you better go get $10, and they're gonna go get it because they really want it. It's addictive. So basically, all they're doing now is they're gonna crack down on these cartels, the ones that they don't want anymore to be in the game. They're gonna crack down on them and get rid of them. Increase the prison population in the graveyard, make some money, reduce the supply. Okay, the demand is not going to fall, and what does that equal? More profits, more money, more crime, because these people who are crackheads and so forth, what the hell you think they're going to have to do to get that money? They're going to have to commit more crime. Okay, when they commit that more crime, more reason for the government to take more control, more people go into prison. Also, these drug dealers that are fighting for that supply on that lower level, they're gonna kill each other more to get that supply that's being reduced. So it is what it is. This is the dynamics of the world we're living in, man. And that's why we got to get the hell out of it, because it's a big, wicked game. It's not what it looks like. See, to the average simple-minded person, they might think, oh yeah, Trump really wants to solve the drug problem. No, it's all economics, man. It's all economics and social control. What he just said right now, he said, look, the drugs are cheaper than candy. What do we need to do? We need to reduce the supply so we can get that money up, man. Okay? And that's why the scripture says this in the book of Ezekiel 28:5. It says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, isn't drugs a form of traffic? Hast thou increased riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. The drug dealing is one of the major ways that Esau increases his riches, man. That's a huge market right there. It may be on the black market to the most part, but a market is a market nonetheless, and it's an opportunity to make dough, and you better believe that Esau is all up in there. So they've given Trump the go-ahead to reduce the supply, to increase profits. They've sown the seeds. They've got a bunch of people addicted to these cheap drugs. Now they need to reduce the supply and make some more money. Okay, this is the world we're living in, man. That's why we seeketh after a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Okay, simple. Alright, because in the kingdom of heaven, man, all this drug abuse ain't gonna happen, man. Because ultimately there's nothing evil about opium. There's, it's a plant, man. There's uses for it, man. If a guy out there, how they used to use it in the ancient world, if a guy was out in the field and an accident happened and his damn leg got torn off or some shit, they would get the blood of the poppy, the milk of the poppy, and dap it on the wound, and it would numb the wound to reduce his pain, man. That's what it's a painkiller, man. But you got people utilizing it and abusing it, man, because this is a dark world, and these demons out here increasing that to make profit, man. Anyway, so with that, man, hey, your president is a drug dealer, man, and he just proved it, and he knows what the name of the game is, man. Shalom.